Friday. Donard, sorry, that is a no, sir. You will not hear Leon sing today. He is on location. No, you will not hear him sing. Sorry. Keep the comments coming, everybody. Aloha. Hi, Renette. We're almost on the air. We're almost there. Three things for a longer life and happier family. Wash your hands, wear your mask, stand apart. In our family, we've got keiki, we've got kupuna, and we're always conscious about how close we are to people, especially for me. I'm high risk as a cancer survivor. So it's about the we, not the me. It's a kako thing. So make sure that you stand together by standing apart. Okay. There we go. Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. Aloha no, aloha kako. Uvau bilivim Hawaii News Now Sunrise. Let's see, Hawaii 105 and University of Hawaii Athletics. Happy Aloha Friday! There's a lot of people already on. We appreciate you being here. And we've got a great show coming up for you here today. As a matter of fact, there has been so much prep done on this show that I've been told... I know.
I'll drink to that.
Okay. Drink. Yeah. Cheering. Cheering. Okay.
Best show ever.
Full disclosure. We have been scrambling all day long. So we're not as prepared as we would like to be. And so therefore
it's an experiment.
It's an experiment? Is that what we're calling it? An experiment?
Remember last week, we don't make mistakes.
Let's check with the producer cam. Let me see. Can we bring the producer cam? Will it work? It's not working. Okay. Uh-oh.
I plugged it in.
I know you plugged it in. The producer cam should work, and I should be able to press a button. Oh, I see, because it's locked. No. Don't do that. I'm going to turn it on now. See, there it is. Okay. Hi, Trace. You're on. Welcome to behind the scenes here in the studios, gang. So that's what it looked like behind the scenes, okay? So there we go. Hey, so let's get into the show here on this Aloha Friday. Let's give you an idea of what is coming up. Do we have that? Oh, yeah, we do have that? Okay, let's go. Roll it. Oh, get me out of there. There we go. This young lady, there she is, Vanessa Lachey. Okay, wait. Stop. See, now we're already way off the bat here. Hey. Okay, hang on. That's not moving. Okay, I got it. There we go. Okay, take two. Roll. Coming up on the show today, Vanessa Lachey. I got a chance to sit with her on the North Shore of Oahu. We will talk some story. You will hear what she has to say about being on NCIS Hawaii. That's Anna V. Remember her? She was with Janet Jackson on stage over at Blaisdell. She's got new music and a new video dropping. Stefan Jackeev will join us, and we'll talk about Hawaii Chamber Music Festival. And Mike Evans, you've heard him on the radio. Well, he's got a brand new book out. That's all coming up on the show right here on Billy V Live. I just want to get you guys just all settled in and realize that anything could happen today. Just know that. It's already happening. Hey, hi everybody. Hi, family. Hi, Chrissy's on. Hi, Ku'u. How are you? Nice to have you on the show. Wow, Reggie Johnson, thank you very much. Carl was the first one over in the room. Donner, this is what I was saying about. Yeah, thank you, Donner. I appreciate that. He was mentioning about my son Leon singing today. Actually, my son is on location, so his mom has danced on the Merry Monarch stage for years. I have been there with the broadcast crew. I'm not there this year. My son is an intern with the behind the scenes making everything work crew. So there is one representative of our Ohana that is there in Hilo, Hawaii. So coming up in this next week, Merry Monarch competition will be filmed. No audience, filmed for television, and then they'll bring it back here the following week is when it will air on K5. I think we said hi to Raynette just in case. I wanted to make sure that we didn't miss anybody. Rie is here. Appreciate that. Brisbane, California. Alden Tanaka. You know, we've been getting a lot of talk about California, Alden, and how hot it is there, especially in Death Valley. Hope you're okay. Keiko, thank you very, very much. You know what? Sawako's not here either at the moment, so we may have to have Tracy sing. Tracy? Sure. She says sure. Okay.
What am I singing?
I don't know. Is there anything you would like to sing?
Tiny bubbles. What? You just no notice. Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay. More cheering in the background. Have a few more, and then we'll try again. Okay. Let me see here. Who else is in the room? Terry in Scotland. Thank you very much for being here. Photo Luke Hawaii is always here. If you get a chance, there's 8 people in another Billy V show link. The show is not starting on there. I told everyone to search for your show again to find this link. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. There's other show links elsewhere? Wow. Okay. Hey, we're picking up listeners.
Woo!
But they're in the wrong place. Okay.
Well, listeners, we're drunk.
Yeah. Let me see here. Donner, Naomi Suinaka, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you here. And you see Stefan tomorrow. Donner, is that correct? You're going to be there, Waikiki Shell. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a couple of moments, and we'll talk about Hawaii Events Coalition also. Hey, if you're over on the YouTube side, as always, make sure that you are subscribing. We appreciate that. If you're on the Facebook side, please share, because the more you share, the more we get out there. We appreciate that very much. Okay, it says Waikiki and it says pipeline.
We got them both.
We got them both. I think we got them both.
Yes!
Okay, so we'll start off with this one.
Wait, we cheer to that.
They're cheering.
Something right. We
Good show.
cheer to that.
Good show. It's a wrap.
Oh, okay.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
There you go. So, Judy, how are you? Nice to have you here. I don't know if you're smiling because of the view or because you hear the sounds of cheering behind me. Let me see. Stefan is at the Kahala Hotel and Resorts. Okay, we'll check in. Thank you, Donner, for letting us know that. I'm not sure he wanted to let the world know that. I don't know. There's the North Shore.
Stalker.
North Shore of Oahu, and that's Pipeline. So Pipeline, not a whole lot of people, and there's not a whole lot of waves. It's good looking to be flat for a while. But that's Waikiki. There is some South Shore surf over there, and it's looking good. Let's see a refresh that. That is live. So there's waves. There's lots of people. It's summertime. It is hot out there. So hope you're getting to a chance to enjoy some of that sunshine if you are here in Hawaii. All right, on this Aloha Friday, let's get you some headline news. All right, first things first, here on this Aloha Saturday, it's been a crazy week. Among the things that we got to do is go over to the North Shore to be actually there for the blessing of NCIS Hawaii. They are here. They have already started filming. Know that next month, probably going to have that happen again as Magnum PI starts to get everything together and starts its run. So There you go. Lots of information for you there. Vanessa Lachey, we talk story with her coming up in just a little while from now. There is an event that's coming up this weekend. Of course, Hawaii Events Coalition represented. Hi, Barb. How are you? Nice to have you on. And of course, I think it was Donner that mentioned, too, that he's going to be also at the event as well. We got a chance to talk to a young man who is helping to teach the younger generation music. So let's talk story with him. Hey! We are joined by Stefan Jackkeev, and of course, he is an internationally acclaimed violinist here in Hawaii. As a matter of fact, you're down at the Hilton Hawaiian Village, as I understand it, Stefan?
That's right.
How
my time here.
Is this your first time in Hawaii?
This is my first time in Hawaii to perform as a professional musician. I visited a couple times when I was a kid with my parents, and then a couple years ago, my wife, who's also a musician, actually a clarinetist, performed in Maui. But this is my first time here in the capacity of a musician.
Nice. How are you enjoying it so far?
I mean, I love it here. First of all, the people are so warm and welcoming and kind. The food is great, and of course, the scenery is the best in the world.
Awesome. Now, coming up, you're going to make your debut performance. Of course, you said the first time in Hawaii performing and working. What does performing in Hawaii mean for you?
Well, you know, my greatest joy is sharing music with people, music that I love. I'm playing the Beethoven Violin Concerto, which is one of the greatest pieces ever written for my instrument, for the violin. And to be able to bring it to Hawaii, especially after the year that we've all had with no travel or minimal travel, no concerts, it's special for me, and I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to sort of get back out on the road and to restart my performing activities in such a beautiful location.
Now, of course, you're going to be the guest artist and instructor. You're also the instructor for the Hawaii Chamber Music Festival Young Artist Program. How's it been working with the kids from Hawaii? What kind of talent level are they at?
Really a highlight of my stay. I mean, kind of more broadly as a musician, in addition to performing, I'm really passionate about teaching and sharing what I've learned with younger generations and seeing them sort of discover the great music that I love. And here at the Hawaii Chamber Music Festival, the level is astonishingly high. I spent all of yesterday coaching the young students, young violin and cello and viola students there, and primarily of high school age, some middle schoolers, and so committed to the music, dedicated, excellent, highly accomplished, and very curious and wanting to know more, asking really intelligent, thoughtful questions. So that's been really rewarding for me.
That's actually good to know because, you know, compliments, it's like, okay, but, and to hear that they're inquisitive, and of course, if they're sitting in front of you, they've got to love music. What made this event happen?
So the Hawaii Chamber Music Festival and the Young Artist Program, as part of it, were both founded by Christopher Yick, who is a wonderful double bassist as well as, I guess you could say, music entrepreneur. And he's from Honolulu, but he also lives right now in New York City, which is also where I live. And he reached out to me and just sort of told me a little bit about what the festival is about, what the Young Artist Program is about, the importance of both performance and mentorship in his program, and asked me if I would consider, never having met him before, the possibility of coming to Hawaii and performing here. And both on the strength of his enthusiasm and commitment to the program, and also on the strength of the fact that it's Hawaii, I said yes. And I'm so glad now that I'm here that I agreed to come.
Well, we're glad that you are here. We're glad that you are engaging with the musical students of our land and sharing your tremendous talents. I mean, usually when it's non-COVID or pre-COVID, you were bouncing all over the place. You'd be in Boston, Chicago, Cleveland, New York, as well as other places. But thank you for wanting to share your talents with our kids here.
Such a pleasure to be here, and I hope even when everything's back to normal that Hawaii is a regular part of my life.
Well, we hope so too. Now, just a reminder, if you're watching this, you'll notice that down in the comments, our moderators are already putting information about how you can keep up with Stefan, but also about the Hawaii Chamber Music Festival as well. And once again, he is guest artist, and believe me when we say that there are lots of people that are surrounding not only the Hawaii Chamber Music Festival, but just the entertainment industry as a whole that are thankful that they can be able to play in public again. Stefan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have him on the show. And just a reminder, happy belated Beethoven. That's going to be it's going to feature the violinist Stefan that you just heard from right there. That's going to be Saturday, June 19th, tomorrow, 7 p.m., and they're going to stream that from the Kahala Hotel and Resort. And we want to say a special mahalo to Hawaii Events Coalition because they've been working hard to make sure that there are events that can be held, that they can do them and still be COVID compliant, And so as things are opening up, they are going to get busier and busier. So mahalo once again to them, and mahalo to you for watching. We are going to also share with you someone who is in the entertainment industry. As a matter of fact, I know her mom, Namahana. As a matter of fact, if you're listening in the pre-show, you might have heard her music and her singing just before we went live. We're talking about a brand new music video that drops today. In 2019, Anna V records and releases her first single. It would become a hit, not only with Hawaii audiences or people connected with Hawaii, but one Janet Jackson would also hear the song.
My favorite place is the H-A-W-A. H-A-W-A.
Les, my producer who produced Hawaii, he actually called me. I was in the middle of a studio session. I'm trying to release a Christmas song, and he called me up and he's like, Janet Jackson likes your song? And I'm really confused because I'm like in the, in the process of like working. I'm like, what's going on? So I get all these texts, all these messages, and I look on her Instagram, and sure enough, right there on her most recent post, she's singing the song, and at the end she goes, I like that song. I'm just like, what?
I never really hear the show. Hard to explain, but if you've been there, then you know that easy living just go.
Yeah, little trip down memory lane. Anna V with us here on the show. Sister, how are you?
I'm good, Billy. I'm so happy to be talking story with you. Happy to see your face.
Thank you.
How have you been? How have you been?
Good. Things are slowly beginning to open up. I went to I've gone to a couple of drive-bys. That's the graduation drive-bys. You kind of go and toss the lei, but I'm slowly getting to get out of the car and starting to mix with people. So it's a process. And you?
Mhm. Same. I've actually just been kind of working, doing my music things, writing, but yeah, slowly, started just like you, seeing other people. It's exciting.
Congratulations. You got a brand new EP that was released on King Kamehameha Day this past Friday, or last week Friday, I should say. And
Yes.
so tell us about the songs that are on this release.
I'm so excited for people to hear this project. I was really excited to release it. I feel like this project shows my versatility as an artist, shows that I'm not, just the different dimensions that I have. So it's a 5-track or a 5-song EP. It's all produced by Leslie Ludiazo. 4 of the songs are written by myself because I'm a songwriter as well. And 1 is a remake. It's a country classic. I think a lot of people will like it. So that's the newest thing that I have out.
Not only that, but let's talk about Leslie for a couple of moments because he's with the Green, of course, but he also works with Jay Boog and tours with them. So you're getting to get into that mix and learn and be a part of these guys. How is that?
It's great. I'm really happy to be working with my producer again. His name is Leslie Ludiazo. He actually produced Hawaii. So ever since the beginning of this journey, he's been there. So it's really exciting to see our music continue to progress. And I feel like the people who support me will see that in this project. This project it shows a little bit more my personality, It's not just a single. So I'm going to take you on a journey with this album or this EP. And there's different vibes, but I think they all work. I think they all resonate with people. Like, it will resonate with everyone. There's something for everyone, I should say. That's what I think.
Nice. Okay, now some of the people that you're seeing here in this video kind of describe?
Yes, that's Preston. That is Clint. And the girl before was Laurel. That's my LA team. So That was on set for my music video Dream Come True, which is the first song on the EP. And go ahead.
And then, okay, that was the first song on on the EP, so everybody's seeing that, and that's the first music video that's been released, right?
For this project, yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that song.
So that song is all about love. It's very happy. That the mood is very happy, very doo-woppy. But the music video, what's awesome about it is I got to bring my family in it. So my mom and my auntie is actually in that music video. They're my backup singer slash dancer. It just symbolizes the fact that my family will always have my back, and I'm really grateful for them. And yeah.
How many originals on the EP?
4.
Oh, wow.
4
Now,
originals.
you do have one remake. Tell me about that one.
Yes, that remake is the 3rd song on the EP, which is Good Time Charlie. Good Time Charlie is a classic. It's a country song, actually. The original singer is Danny O'Keefe. And
Right.
I put that on the project because I think you've seen in the background, there's a man that I'm playing ukulele with, a guitar with, and that's my papa. And he used to always play that song when I was a little girl. So that one is a little sentimental for me, and I dedicated that song on the project to my papa. So
Nice. As a matter of fact, I think he comes up here in the video. There
there
he
he is.
is. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, look at that smile. Look how happy.
That's
Aw.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're obviously excited, but you're not able to go out and promote this just yet, right?
Yes, I mean, I think I feel like the world is slowly opening back up. Every place is different. So when everything does fully get open again, I plan to really, to perform and to do all the great things that musicians love to do, and to see the people. Gosh, I want to perform this music that I created. So I can't wait for that.
Okay, but will you be performing that in Honolulu? Because I know you're kind of splitting your time between Honolulu and California, right?
Yes, I plan to do that in Honolulu.
Oh,
sure.
okay. So that means
Home.
maybe by the end of the year?
Yes, that's our goal. That's our goal. We have some things in the works, but nothing locked yet. So please stay tuned with that on my social media or my website. You can stay up to date with me.
Sounds good. As a matter of fact, as we are talking right now, our moderators are putting Anavi's information at the bottom of the page in the comments. So all you got to do is go down there and click, and you can get connected to her social media. Wanted to ask you, do you still keep in touch with Janet Jackson?
What's funny is I do. A couple of days ago, we just talked on the phone. So she's awesome. Yeah. I know. I was like, should I share that? Should I not? But that's the truth. Yes, we do talk. And Laura and Preston are actually part of Janet's team as well. So they helped me with that music video. Preston does her makeup, and Laura is one of her dancers. So I feel very blessed to still be connected to Janet. But those 2 people as well, they're from Hawaii. So it's really cool that we all made that connection. We're still family to this day. So
It's nice to know that someone as dynamic and as huge as Janet is, still remembers the connections that she makes and reaches out. That's actually awesome. I was wondering about that.
yeah, no, it's a blessing to have her in my life. So yes.
All right. What's the one thing you want everybody to know about your EP?
Listen, download it, stream it. It's on all digital platforms. You can get that on my website, so anavi.com, or you can also go on my Instagram page, which is Love Anavi. It's ANAVEE. And thank you to everybody who made that project possible, and thank you to everyone who's been supporting me and my music journey. And I hope I can continue to make you all proud.
All right, there you go. Joining us from Honolulu, but also bouncing back and forth between Los Angeles. Anavi, go ahead and pick up her music. It is streaming on all digital platforms right now. All right, good to talk story with her. She is just wonderful, but it's interesting to see all the things that she is doing with her music. By the way, we talked about the music video during the interview. We're going to have that music video at the end of the show, so don't go too far.
No relation, right?
Sorry?
No relation, right?
No, Anavi, believe me, no.
What? That's your sister.
No, that's my sister. That's my sister.
Sister.
So Barb.
Keep drinking.
Barb says, proudness in the house. Isn't that awesome? Kaveh, I like the way, I just like the way that's done. That's very, very awesome. Let's go ahead here. We are going to, before we get to that music video, there's a couple more interviews that we have. And, well, let's start one of them right now. All right, Vanessa Lachey, got a chance to talk story with her on in Mokuleia over on the island of Oahu, North Shore. So let me give you kind of the basis before we jump into asking questions. So they have base camp. It's located on the North Shore nearby. It's not exactly where they shoot, and I'm not going to say where it is because I kind of can't.
Kahala Resort.
What?
Kahala Resort.
No, it's not Kahala
Where
Resort.
everything is.
It's on the North Shore where everything
Go to
is.
the White Village. Where Stefan is.
So, moving along, it's on the North Shore, base camp. We climb into the shuttle, but even before we get into the shuttle, it's like as soon as you come out of your car, it's like you're in COVID compliance country. So, they're really strict about temperature checks, masking, because, you know, if they get one COVID case, that shuts things down. That costs a lot of money. So, they have been doing an excellent job, not only NCIS Hawaii, but all of the productions. As you know, they've had productions in Hilo, in Maui, and whatnot. So that has been just absolutely awesome. So we get shuttled down to the actual blessing area. They do the blessing, and right as soon as they finish the blessing, they actually start filming. So as the filming was going on, we got a chance to sit down with Vanessa Lachey. She plays. We'll let her talk about it. My first question, of course, was talking about the fact that this is not the first time that she's here for work. She was actually here for Hawaii Five-0.
I think it was 2009 going into 2010, so I'm aging myself now, but I wasn't even engaged or married to my husband, and we were both in the first season of Hawaii Five-0. We were the bad guys.
How was that experience for you?
A lot different because we had no kids. We just hung out at the hotel for like a week. We had a fitting. We killed like a couple days. Then we went to dinners. And now it's Nick flew me out and got me settled at my condo. And then he had to fly back home to get the kids for their last day of school, which was at the beginning of June. And now he's there with them for summer camp. And then he'll come back in July. He's like, this was a lot easier when we didn't have kids. But it's not as much fun.
So, once again, Vanessa Lachey talking about being on Hawaii Five-0. And that's neat how, I'll talk more about that in a moment. Let me also have her tell you about how she feels about being on NCIS.
It's an honor. And honestly, I had a moment last night where I just kind of sat by myself and I had music playing and I just kind of got a little teary-eyed. I'm even now, like talking about it, I am overflowing with gratitude, and I'm starting to feel the responsibility of my role and who I am as a person, not just even a woman. I love that I can be a role model for young girls or women, or specifically AAPI. But even more than that, I also have 2 boys, and I want to tell them you can do whatever you want to do and be whatever you want to be. And I love thinking that Jane Tennant, my character in NCIS Hawaii, is the special agent in charge, not just because she's a female, but that's another layer that she gets to add to it. It's because she was the best one for the job. It's because she worked the hardest. It's because she wanted it the most, and because she won that position. She earned that position. And so I got to ride in my first Black Hawk this morning, and there was no rehearsal, by the way. But I'll get to that, sorry. So I feel the weight of it in a very good way. And I constantly tell women, I hope I won't let you down.
I thank you very much. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, that was me. So in regards to what I was saying there, and you couldn't hear because the microphone was down, is that Vanessa...
I could hear just fine.
You could hear just fine. Just you're sitting next to me. Thank you very much, man. Vanessa was talking about, I know where I'm going now. I don't know if you know this, local people. I got kind of my train of thought. I don't know if you know this, local people, or not, but Vanessa and, Yasmin Al-Bustami, they're both Filipino.
Yay!
So, yay!
Yay! Bagaong! Bagaong!
Thank you very much. So it's neat to have that kind of representation. So it's not only they are female leads for the first time in NCIS, they're also Asian American. They represent, kind of a lot of us here in Hawaii being up there on television. I did ask her if she had any message for Hawaii people specifically who are going to be watching NCIS Hawaii.
To all of the people in Hawaii that are watching the show, I truly hope that we can show justice to your heritage, to your culture, and to the Ohana spirit. We had I was told a blessing today, but the priest said this is more of a cleanse. And he explained about our link, like a lei, and how we are together in this time, and how we have to start clean and fresh and end clean and fresh. And we're just borrowing our time here. We're just sharing the space, this land, and the Ohana spirit lives within us wherever we are, not just on Oahu and Waikiki, not just in Los Angeles and Hollywood. There's something that happens here to you, and I thank the people of Hawaii for letting me embrace that, to take that in, to soak it in, and hopefully to share it with the world as they watch this. As you said, the #1 drama in the world, everyone gets to see the beauty of Hawaii inside and out.
So in talking with her, I have full disclosure here. It was not the interview I was expecting. I am meeting these actors and actresses for the first time. And usually there's kind of a little bit of a disconnect as you kind of sit there and learn about each other. With 5-0 crew, I got to interview them over 10 seasons, at the beginning of the season, the blessings and whatnot. But it was incredibly comfortable to sit with Vanessa the very first time. And it was almost like she was waiting for more questions. She was so happy to be sitting down and talking story. It was really, really nice. The other thing is that we kind of take for granted, before we do anything, we have blessing. We say mahalo ke akua. We connect with our kupuna through pule. And so some of the actresses, actually, because it was specifically the women, not to say that the men didn't say this, I just didn't hear it from them. The women were all saying, wow, blessing. And the way they felt after the blessing and the way, just everybody together, they said there should be a blessing before every production.
Every day.
Every day. There should be a blessing every day, right? Yeah. We should be. We should go ahead and say pule and say mahalo and reach out to our kupuna and kiss and hug our keiki, and then, all is good, right? Especially where we live. So anyway, that just a little bit of a background on getting to be able to sit with Vanessa Lachey. Once again, she's the lead. As we go forward, and we'll have more of these interviews here on the show. And lots of comments. And Barb says that Nick first performed here with 98 Degrees. Yeah, opening a Janet Jackson show. How circular is this show today, right? Barb, that's absolutely amazing. By the way, Barb has so many memories of so many performers, actors, actresses coming through our Hawaii through Uncle Tom Moffat. So, Barb, props out to you. And,
Thanks, Barb.
And love to Uncle Tom. So, NCIS Hawaii. I'm waiting on NBC because usually September 23rd, around that time, is the start of television season. But I'm seeing on the internet September 1st. Which would make sense that they are starting, NCIS is starting 1 month ahead. Once again, Magnum PI, next month, they will do their blessing. They will start filming. They'll be getting ready for a brand new season. All right. Vanessa Lachey, by the way, if you're watching, thank you so much for the interview. Really appreciate it. much continued success. We're all cheering for you, so go get him. There's a guy who is on a radio station, and that radio station is KSSK, and his name is Mike Evans. He does the entertainment reports. Just like me, I get to do entertainment reports. But he's got something out that's brand new. Mike Evans is with us. Of course, you hear Mike Evans on KSSK with Michael W. Perry. Mike, you are on, some 20 stations across the country, correct?
Yeah, about 20. Yeah, every morning.
That is awesome. But at some time, you were on how many stations?
During the OJ trial, it was 45 stations, including Australia and in London.
And, of course, you were right there alongside in the middle of it all, and it was just crazy. But you've got a brand new book out. What's the name of the book called?
The book is called Imposters. It is a book that's about something I did when I was 18 and 19 years old. It takes up a couple of years, a little more than that, when, at the time I had long hair. Now I don't have much hair, and was very much against the Vietnam War, and was actively protesting. And what I did those 2 years while I finally got caught up with Abby Hoffman at the Chicago 68 convention. But it's also about being out on the road and being an imposter with a buddy of mine. And it's a crazy story, man. I mean, it is unbelievable.
Wow. Okay. So how long did it take to put this book together?
You know what? I first started talking about this book with Richard Blade, who I got his first job for him in radio doing part-time at KROQ when I was doing mornings at K-Rock in Los Angeles. It's funny. Every time I either got, as you know, in radio, there's only two kinds of people, those who have been fired and those who are going to be fired. So every time that something happened that I ended up leaving Los Angeles, I would come back to Hawaii, did a couple of years at KPOI at 98 Rock, did some time at I-94, and then the last time I was there was in 1989 with on the Fox. But it seemed that back at K-Rock with Richard Blade working part-time, I told him the story, and he couldn't believe it. And then I don't want to tell anything out of school about the book, but something happened a year and a half ago that Richard Blade said, this has got to be a book. It's got to be a book. And now we're hoping it may be a mini series on Netflix. But Richard Blade, by the way, the author, just yesterday got word that he's getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Wow. And Jason Momoa, and I'm sure you already reported this too, that Jason Momoa's in with that class as well. Yeah,
he is, and it's going to be exciting to see Jason get his star. And I tell you what, here in the mainland, Jason, he's bigger than The Rock. I mean, that's how big he's become.
Let's talk about for a couple of moments. Okay, the book, where can people get it? Is it available everywhere?
It's only available on Amazon right now. You can
that's
also
almost everywhere.
That's everywhere, yeah. You can go to Amazon. You can go to evansradio.com and just click there. It's easy to get there. And there's pictures in it that were taken back in 1968 when this whole thing was going down. But I'll tell you what, you'll laugh out loud and you'll shake your head. This couldn't have happened, but it really did. Okay,
let's also talk about the fact that you're a Kaimuki High School graduate, correct?
I didn't graduate from Kaimuki. I lived in Kaimuki every time I was home. I grew up in Waikiki on Tusitala. I went to all my elementary school was at ALOHA Elementary School, Kaimuki Middle School briefly, and then my dad, who was in the Navy, that's how I happened to be in Hawaii. He was transferred back to Long Beach. We went back there. He was also transferred to Bethesda and Mayville hospitals, so we went back there. But his home base was Pearl, so we kept coming back. Ended up going to high school only 2 years, and if you're young and listening to this, don't listen to me. I didn't finish high school.
Now, let's also talk about the book, I guess, because some of these pictures in the book?
Yeah, the pictures are in the book. That picture is not in the book. That is my buddy and I, right after Johnny and Jesse, the book, The Imposters, right after the whole thing came to a conclusion. We remain friends our entire lives. I met him. He was the first person I met when my dad was transferred when I was 15 and a half years old from Hawaii to Long Beach.
Oh, nice. Okay, another picture here. What's this?
That's us. That's us singing. And then as imposters, that's what we did. We took on a different identity and sang little clubs in little cities all over the country. And that's what we looked like, trying to pass ourselves off, not as the Righteous Brothers, but certainly doing the same kind of thing and same kind of act that they did back in the 60s.
Nice. One more picture that we're going to show. What is this?
That is my greatest sports moment. I also spent 4.5 years traveling with the Los Angeles Dodgers, working, doing interviews, post-game, pre-game interviews, and I got to play every year for 4 years in the Celebrity versus LA Media game, and that is me hitting a home run right down the left field line in the first row on the right side of the foul pole, and my wife says I should never say this out loud, but I'm going to say it out loud because this shows how old I am. The all-star, the celebrity who pitched that ball was Jackie Gleason.
What? Get out! Not.
That was Jackie Gleason that actually pitched that ball that I hit out of the ballpark. Or I hit over this fence.
That is absolutely awesome. You hit a home run in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it landed in the second row, right next to the foul pole. And my wife, when I say that, she always says, because on my show during baseball season, I make predictions at the very beginning of the season. And she goes, "You're not going to tell that Jackie Gleason story. Nobody knows who that even is anymore." But it was my proudest. Just looking at it, I never see it, that picture. It's I don't look bad. I'm pretty good form there, brother.
Not bad. Not bad for a Kaimuki High School attendee. That's awesome.
Hey, there you go, bro.
All right. Mike Evans with us. Once again, you can hear him on KSSK, but also he's got a brand new book out. The name of the book is called?
The Imposters.
Okay. Look for it at Amazon.com. Mike, thank you for being with us, and happy Aloha Friday.
Hey, happy Aloha Friday. I can't wait to get back home to all my friends back there. Ronald and Carol and Jean and everybody. God bless you. And I'll be coming back home as soon as they lift a few of the restrictions.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, Mike. Debbie goes, "I know who Jackie Gleason is." That's funny. There you go. And Debbie goes, "Great baseball story." No, to be in Dodger Stadium to hit a home run, I'm like, what? That's crazy. Anyway, thanks. Our moderator, Ev, has gone ahead and put the links down in the bottom if you want to find out more about the book there.
Who is sober?
Just a reminder that I am not responsible for the crew members that are around me that have decided that Friday has started early. So just yeah. Barb says me too. Barb, yeah, I wouldn't take responsibility for them. Thank you, Barb. I appreciate that very much.
No, she's been drinking too.
Or you've been drinking too. Is that what it is, Barb? Okay.
Martinis.
Okay, martinis. That's the way to go. Okay, so you know what? That does it for our show. Usually we'd have more stuff, but it's just been so busy during this week, and I wasn't here in the studios working as usual, just because we had to be out in the North Shore with NCIS crew. Special mahalo to CBS Television for allowing us to always cover, and what we're hoping for, and our fingers are crossed on this one. We don't have any confirmations yet, nowhere near, because I know that it's not in their priority list. So CBS Television, the next big thing for them, at least for Hawaii, is to get Magnum PI going, get their blessing, get them off and running on their new season. But after that, we are hoping, fingers crossed, that in September, depending on how COVID things go, and if more people got vaccinations, if you haven't gotten your vaccination yet here in the islands, the faster you do, the faster that the governor opens everything up. So with that being said, we're hoping that CBS Television will be able to hold Sunset on the Beach this year, which means red carpet, the season premiere of Magnum PI and NCIS Hawaii. We're hoping that happens. That would be great if we brought the numbers down and it happened, not only just because of that, but also there's sports coming with University of Hawaii Athletics at UH Clarence T.C. Ching Sports Complex. I want to make
Say
sure
that
that
10 times fast.
no, I'm not going to say that 10 times fast. So, UH football. And there's so many other events that are coming, like UH women's volleyball, where we'd like to have audiences, but they're all dependent on the regulations from government and et cetera, et cetera. So, I know. It was like, can I come? Can I go? I'm hoping that we have it, And so we're getting towards the end of the show, and you can tell because people are starting to say...
Yay, we're crossing in the back.
Okay, so they're crossing. Thank you very much. Cheering. With that said, thank you very much for being here on the show. Barb, yes, very much so. Love that. Thank you very much. Yeah. We'll see you next Friday. Friday, we've got another lined-up show, and that we probably won't prep for at all until the very last minute. Yay!
Welcome to the show.
But we appreciate all of you for being here with us. Melia, I see you. Thank you so much. Until next time, malama pono, aloha a hui ho, and take care of each other. What we are going to do is we are going to leave you with one final music video, and that is the one from Anavi that we were talking about earlier. So we've got that for you. But before we do that, I want to just make sure that we are... Do I push this button or not? Do I push that button or not?
No, not that one.
Push the button.
No.
No,
We're going to leave
Push
it.
this one.
We're just going to say bye and let it go. We'll see you next week, Friday. Dreams Come True, the music video. Keep the comments coming because we'll have the comments going up until the end of the music video. Malama pono, aloha a hui ho. Music video starts right now. Anavi!
Wasting time with you was never a waste. Always cracking jokes, keeping a smile on my face. I can pick a day and place, and you'll never hesitate to always be there whenever I need. That's why I'm like, can't nobody tell me nothing when I'm with my baby. It might not be perfect, but it's better when you're with me. You bring the sun perfect, but it's better when you're with me. You bring the sunshine on cloudy days. It starts to rain when you go away. It's you, baby, you're my perfect little dream.